Do you ever get the feeling that you're not really in control? You like to think you make your own decisions, choose your own path. But what if I told you that most of your choices, your beliefs, even your memories, are being shaped by powerful psychological forces you barely even notice? This isn't just some abstract theory. These are documented truths about how your brain works, quietly steering your behavior, your fears, and your motivations every single day. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 of these psychological truths that are secretly running your life. And trust me, once you see them, you can't unsee them. Let's start with a really uncomfortable one. Your brain values comfort far more than it values truth. Think about it. We all have beliefs that are central to our identity. When we encounter facts that challenge those beliefs, it creates a jarring mental discomfort called cognitive dissonance. Your brain's immediate reaction isn't to logically evaluate the new information. Its first priority is to get rid of that discomfort. So, what does it do? It rejects the facts. It finds ways to discredit the source. It doubles down on the original belief. This is why you see people passionately defending ideas long after they've been proven wrong. It's not about being stubborn. It's about survival. For the brain, feeling safe and consistent is more important than being factually accurate. The familiar lie feels much cozier than the disruptive truth. This bias is working in the background of every political debate, every family argument, and every personal conviction you hold. Now, let's talk about your memories. You probably think of your memory like a video camera, accurately recording events just as they happened. You press play, and the scene unfolds perfectly. The reality is far stranger. Your memory isn't a playback device. It's a reconstruction engine. Every single time you recall a memory, you are not just watching it. You're actively rebuilding it, piece by piece. And each time you rebuild it, small details can shift. New emotions can color the old event. Gaps are filled in with what you think must have happened. This is why your confidence in a memory has almost no correlation with its accuracy. Confidence simply means you've recalled and rebuilt that memory many times. So that vivid childhood memory you'd swear on, it's likely a story you've told yourself so many times that it feels real. But it's been edited with every telling. Your past isn't a fixed, unchangeable videotape. It's a living document that you are constantly rewriting. Here's another one that explains so much about modern anxiety. Fear is faster than logic. Way faster. Deep inside your brain is a small, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. This is your brain's alarm system. When it detects a potential threat, it triggers the fight-or-flight response instantly. We're talking milliseconds. Your heart starts pounding, your palms get sweaty, and your mind starts racing before the logical part of your brain. The prefrontal cortex even gets the memo. That rational part of you, the part that can say, "Hey, it's just a spider, it can't hurt me," is late to the party. By the time logic shows up, fear is already in the driver's seat. This explains why anxiety can feel so overwhelming and uncontrollable. It's why we panic in situations that aren't truly dangerous, or why we overreact to small triggers. Your brain is wired to prioritize immediate survival over careful analysis. It would rather be safe and wrong than be dead and right. Understanding this process doesn't magically make fear disappear, but it explains why your initial emotional reaction is so powerful and often feels so irrational. Okay. This next one is for anyone who's ever tried to start a new habit, learn a new skill, or make a positive change in their life, and found it incredibly difficult. Your brain resists change, even when that change is for the better. From an evolutionary perspective, this makes perfect sense. For thousands of years, routine meant safety. The familiar path had no predators. The familiar food wasn't poisonous. Anything new or different was a potential danger. Your brain is still running this ancient software, so when you decide to wake up an hour earlier to go to the gym or cut sugar out of your diet, your brain doesn't see health improvement. It sees a disruption to the established, safe routine. It flags this change as a potential threat and floods you with feelings of discomfort, resistance, and a powerful urge to go back to what's familiar. This resistance isn't a sign that you're weak or that you're failing. It is a sign that your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do: protect you from the unknown. The key is to recognize this resistance for what it is, a biotical alarm and gently push through it until the new behavior becomes the new, safe routine. So we've talked about all these hidden forces controlling you. It might sound a bit hopeless, right? But here is the most important truth of all, the one that gives you all the power back. Awareness changes behavior automatically. The moment a hidden psychological pattern becomes conscious, it starts to lose its power over you. Think about it. Why does therapy work? Because a therapist helps you see the unconscious patterns driving your actions. Why does journaling help you sort through your feelings? Because writing them down forces you to become aware of them. Why does simply naming an emotion, saying, "I am feeling anxious" or "I am feeling angry," immediately reduce its intensity? Because you've taken it from the realm of the unconscious and brought it into conscious awareness. Awareness is the brain's override switch. Once you can see the program running, you are no longer just a character in the code. You become the programmer. You can observe the impulse to defend a belief. You can question the certainty of a memory. You can breathe through the initial wave of fear. And you can recognize resistance to change for what it is. So what's the big takeaway here? You, Dante, need to fight your brain or try to control your mind through sheer force of will. That's exhausting, and it rarely works. The real path to freedom isn't control. It's understanding. It's about becoming a curious observer of your own mind. When you start to notice these patterns in your daily life, something incredible happens. You stop being trapped by them. You realize that a thought is just a thought. A feeling is just a feeling. And a bias is just a bias. You create a little bit of space between you and your automatic reactions. And in that space, you find your freedom. In that space, you get to choose. Because the moment you see the pattern, you are no longer trapped inside it. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments which of these truths you've seen in your own life. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the human mind. See you next time.